my passion is Looney Tunes and Bugs Bunny.
Wow!
Growing up, Bugs Bunny was a big part of my life, whether it was Saturday morning cartoons, which I loved, and believe it or not, Bugs Bunny was actually a primetime show for a while. Bugs was always a champion and is always a champion of the underdog. Bugs has the cool of a Humphrey Bogart, uses great cleverness and sophisticated humor, and then on top of that has a dash of Jerry Lewis vaudeville. And what's up, Doc?
A lot of these people remember like soap.
Yeah. Bubble bath.
Bubble bath.
Soaky.
Laurence and I have been married 34 years. We have 2 grown children. And remember these? Oh my gosh, this one?
From Atlantic, it was like Atlantic City.
We actually started collecting Bugs Bunnies on a whim. Here's one of my favorites from some flea market in Pennsylvania. One summer with his sister, Patty, she said, Laurence, I want to buy you something. What do you like? And he said, no, Patty, don't get me anything. No, really, what do you like? And he goes, well, I like Bugs Bunny and I like baseball. And lo and behold, we found a Bugs Bunny playing baseball. And then it just became a fun hunt, a fun hobby.
And that set us on a course of traveling up and down the East Coast looking for these different flea market and collectible shows.
This is what we did.
Once upon a time,
this was our entertainment.
We would put my son in a backpack that I wore, and we loved it because it always was an adventure. Yahoo! Frankly, she's the one who also seems to curate and take care of this collection. She was the one who suggested all the glass cases.
I had no idea that his interest in Bugs Bunny would turn into what you see.
Ain't I a stinker?
Yeah.
It's harmless fun, and you know what? As long as he's not collecting wives, I don't really care. And then the costumes our kids wore for Halloween, they dressed up as.
Yeah, we have a great picture of the two kids.
Oh my gosh, look at this one.
This lunchbox is a perfect example of my collection. I think many collectors might consider me a bit of a fraud because a real collector collects the items mint in a box, and mint in a box is going to cost you, a good 10, 20 times as much as if you got the item out and it was a little used and scratched and things like that. And this box could be worth hundreds of dollars because the owner of this back in the 60s happened to carve her name in it. I was able to get this for about 12 bucks. So I love all my Bugs Bunnies equally. Well, all right, so I have a couple of favorites. One of my favorites is a bronze statue. I happen to like that one a lot because it was the first one that I really went out and thought about buying 30 or so years ago when this whole thing started.
Each one of these is different. That's the thing. Some have legs, some don't have legs.
Another one of my favorites is an art cell, which depicts what a cartoon animation studio would have looked like back in the 40s or 50s. And instead of people doing the animation and the drawing and the storyboards and all that, it's the characters, Bugs Bunny and other Looney Tune characters. Then one of my most favorite personal items is something my father managed to get for me, like a 5-foot cardboard cutout of Bugs Bunny for this promotion, and my father managed to get that piece.
I wore this to a costume party with the Bugs Bunny mask.
An old boss of mine, he bought a big lot, the whole estate lot, and this jacket happened to be in it.
High quality.
He could care less about this, but he knew that I loved Looney Tunes, so he gave it to me.
A lot of people ask which is the most valuable piece. As far as price, the pinball machine is fabulous. But for me, the value is the sentiment. There have been times I thought the collection was out of control. When I have found duplicates and triplicates, and Laurence didn't even know he had 3 of something. But as long as it's out of boxes and I know where everything is, it's great. And it's part of who Laurence is. He doesn't take life too seriously. People get a kick out of it.
What I hope to do in my retirement, so to speak, is to actually do a very detailed inventory and even create a little bit of a book, kind of my legacy, maybe to myself, that describes all the different items that I have and a little bit of history behind those items. To me, one of the most frightening words about retirement is downsizing. That's all, folks.